Okay, this section is all about a new topic called intrusion detection. So here's a quick reminder of what happened last time. We talked about denial of service, which affects the availability of services. We said that this attack can happen at the application level, where you're messing with the code at the computer, or at the network level, where you flood so many packets that the network is unable to handle them. And we talked about specific examples like algorithmic complexity attacks, where you pass in worst case inputs. We talked about distributed attacks that come from multiple computers, amplification attacks, and we mentioned defenses like isolation, quotas, and packet filtering, and over-provisioning. Then we talked about a specific example of attack, namely SYN cookies, where someone floods a bunch of SYN packets and overwhelms memory at some server. And we said that SYN cookies allow us to defer allocating state so that the asymmetry advantage of the attacker is removed. Finally, we talked about firewalls, where you have a single point of access that defends an entire network, and the packet filter uses some predefined policy to either forward good packets or drop malicious ones. Now, that filter could be stateless or stateful, and we saw ways that those packet filters can be subverted, like the attack where we exploited the time to live field. And then we saw proxy firewalls, where the firewall acts as a full man in the middle. So today is about a topic that we've sort of hinted at this whole time, but we haven't really sat down and really thought about it yet, and that's intrusion detection. So far, we've been talking a lot about how to stop attacks before they happen, how to defend against attacks so that they never happen in the first place, or how to mitigate attacks when they do happen. But one thing we haven't really talked about is how do you detect that the attack is going on in the first place? What strategies do you use to notice that something has gone wrong so that you can go in and start fixing the problem? That's what today is all about. So we'll start by looking at different places where you can put a detection system. We'll look at how to measure detection accuracy. We'll look at how the detectors work. And then we'll finish up by looking at other ways you can do intrusion detection. So today is not about responding to the attack or how to defend against the attack. It's all about detecting that the attack happened. So there's lots of different ways to prevent attacks, but none of them are really perfect. Well, I guess not using C is good, but most of our methods aren't perfect. So we have to think back to our security principle of detect if you can't prevent, and think about how to detect attacks. We'll focus on network attacks, but the ideas apply to other types of attacks as well.